If you receive a letter in the mail stating you're going to get up to $1,400 from the IRS, it is real. Do not disregard it or throw it away. We're hearing over 1 million people are going to be getting this, or you might get it direct deposit as well. Now, this has just been announced. Take a look at this. Is making headlines everywhere. Who will receive the $1,400 stimulus check? Here's how to check, and take a look at the date. December 23rd, 2024. These are going out right now, December, and we're hearing they're going to go into January. I'm going to get you all the latest details. Here's another headline, as you can see, December 23rd, today, 2024, the IRS is sending up to $1,400 to millions of Americans. How to know if you qualify. And also, we're going to be taking a look at, and I have this linked in the description for you, the actual IRS website, the official website. The announcement, December 20th, the IRS is going to be sending out special payments to 1 million people this month on stimulus. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest, and these are not new stimulus checks, just to clarify. It's people who should have received it and did not. I'm going to give you all the details on what's going to be unfolding. And also, though, if you did not hear something new that is happening, the Senate has approved a bill to expand Social Security to millions of Americans. Finally, there is some legislation that has gotten traction on Social Security, and we're hearing that there is more to come on the way as well. A lot of proposals coming with the new Trump administration for Social Security, but stick around to the end for some more updates on that as well. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest on a new stimulus that is going to be coming out. Actually, not new, but something that people missed out on that they're going to be able to receive now. Over 1 million people. So if you get a letter, a direct deposit, if you get a check in the mail from the IRS in the coming next 2 months, do not disregard it. It is real. And I'm going to get you all the latest details so you know exactly what is going on. Now, before we dive in, do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, letting you know everything that's going on, take a quick second. Hit that like button. That simple gesture helps out the channel a ton, spreads this out further so more people can get the latest updates. Also, subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? I'll keep you up to speed on everything. And here on the channel, I like to make sure I hold myself to the highest level of accountability to my community so you know what I'm reporting is real. I'm going to be putting it on the screen, reading right from it. It is also hyperlinked in the description, sourced just like a book report, so you can see all of the sources where I am getting my information. And again, if you appreciate that, hit the like button, subscribe to stay up to date, and let's go ahead and get you caught up on the latest so you know exactly what is going on. So take a look at this article that came out on the 20th of December. The IRS is sending out payments of up to $1,400 to 1 million people. Here's who qualifies. Now, this article says the IRS said Friday that it is sending a total of $2.4 billion in special payments to 1 million people, part of an effort to ensure that Americans who didn't receive all of their federal stimulus checks during the pandemic, they will get their money in their bank accounts. So this is making good on checks that people should have gotten that they did not receive. So if you fall into this category, this is you. The payments will vary by person with a maximum amount of $1,400 per recipient, the agency said in a statement. Now, to minimize headaches and to get this money to eligible taxpayers, we're making these payments automatic, meaning that these people will not be required to go through the extensive process of filing an amended return to receive it, IRS Commissioner Danny Werfel said in a statement. Now, who will get the payment from the IRS? The tax agency said it's disturbing. The tax agency said it's dispersing the funds after reviewing internal data that shows many people had filed tax returns but yet didn't claim what is known as the recovery rebate credit in 2021. That credit was designed for people who didn't get all or some of the stimulus checks when they were issued during the pandemic. Lawmakers authorized 3 stimulus payments, with 2 sent in 2020 and the third in 2021. Now, most taxpayers who were eligible for the stimulus payments have already received them directly or later through the recovery rebate credit. Now, do you need to apply for the IRS payment? No. The IRS said it's sending the payments automatically to about 1 million people who filed tax returns and who qualified for the recovery rebate credit, yet didn't claim it. The agency will send a letter to recipients to let them know they will receive the payment. So again, if you receive this letter, it is real. Do not disregard it. Congratulations. Merry Christmas. You are getting something that you should have got years ago, but it is coming now. That $1,400 up up to $1,400 stimulus check. Now, when will the IRS send this payment? The tax agency said the checks they will be sent in December, with most of the payments arriving by late January of 2025. The money will either be automatically direct deposited to the recipient's bank account, or it will arrive in the mail via a paper check. So there you have it. This is a breakdown for you from CBS News. This is going to be linked in the description. And also, as I mentioned, here is the official announcement from the IRS so you can see it for yourself. The IRS announces special payments are going to be going out this month to 1 million taxpayers who did not claim the 2021 recovery rebate credit. Encourages non-filers about approaching deadlines to claim the credits. Now, this says, as a part of a continuing effort to help taxpayers, the IRS today has announced plans to issue automatic payments later this month to eligible people who did not claim the recovery rebate credit on the 2021 tax returns. The IRS announced the special step after reviewing internal data showing many eligible taxpayers who filed a return but did not claim the credit. The recovery rebate credit is a refundable credit for individuals who did not receive one or more of the economic impact payments, or the EIPs, also known as the stimulus payments. No action is needed for eligible taxpayers to receive these payments, which will go out automatically in December and should arrive in most cases by late January of 2025. The payments will be automatically direct deposited or sent by paper checks. Eligible taxpayers will also receive a separate letter notifying them of the payments. The IRS continues to work hard to make improvements and to help taxpayers, said the IRS Commissioner Danny Werfel. These payments are an example of our commitment to go to the extra mile for taxpayers. Looking at our internal data, we realized that 1 million taxpayers overlooked claiming their complex credit when they were actually eligible. Now, to minimize headaches and to get this money to eligible taxpayers, we're making these payments automatic, meaning that these people will not be required to go through an extensive process of filing an amended return to receive it. The payments vary depending on several factors, but the maximum payment is $1,400 per individual. The estimated amount of payments going out will be about $2.4 billion. The IRS also reminded taxpayers who haven't filed 2021 tax returns they might be eligible as well, but they face an April 15, 2025 deadline to file their returns to claim the credit and any other refund that they might be owed. Most eligible taxpayers already have claimed the credit. Most taxpayers eligible for the EIPs have already received their EIPs or recovery rebate credits. These December payments for the 2021 recovery rebate credit are only going to taxpayers where IRS data demonstrates a taxpayer qualifies for the credit. Qualified taxpayers are those who filed a 2021 tax return, but where the data field for the recovery rebate credit was left blank or was filled out with a 0 when the taxpayer was actually eligible for the credit. How automatic payments work? Taxpayers who qualify but did not claim any portion of the credit on their 2021 tax return, they should receive these payments by late January of 2025. The payment will be sent to the bank account listed on the taxpayer's 2023 tax return or to the address on record. Now, an IRS letter will be sent to the taxpayer receiving these 2021 recovery rebate credit payments. If the taxpayer closed their bank account since filing their 2023 taxpayer returns, taxpayers do not need to take any action. Now, the bank account will return the payment to the IRS, and the refund will be reissued to the address of record. Now, for questions regarding the eligibility and how the payments are calculated, see the 2021 recovery rebate credit question and answer, and there's a hyperlink here. And as I mentioned, this is going to be linked in the description below for you. Taxpayers who didn't file a 2021 tax return may be eligible to claim the credit if they file a return. The IRS reminds taxpayers who have not yet filed their 2021 tax returns that they may be eligible for a refund if they file and claim the recovery rebate by the April 15, 2025 deadline. Eligible taxpayers who did not file must file a tax return to claim a recovery rebate credit, even if their income from a job, business, or other sources was minimal or non-existent. For additional information about the automatic payments filing 2021 tax returns to calculate the amount of the recovery rebate credit, taxpayers may access their IRS online account to determine the amount they received in economic impact payments. See FAQs G2, and there are hyperlinks here for that. Any recovery rebate credit received does not count as income when determining eligibility for the federal benefits such as Supplemental Security Insurance, or SSI, Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, or SNAP, Temporary Assistance for Needed Families, or TANF, and for the Special Supplemental Nutritional Program for Women, Infants, Children, or WIC. As the 2025 tax filing season approaches, the IRS is committed to helping taxpayers understand and claim the credit and deductions for which they are eligible, including the coronavirus tax relief. Many taxpayers are unaware of tax credits and deductions for which they are eligible or face other barriers keeping them from claiming them. The IRS will be reminding taxpayers about these credits, including the Earned Income Tax Credit, or the EITC, during the 2025 filing season. Some people call that the Adult Tax Credit, similar to the Child Tax Credit. So there you have it, you guys. It is official. As of December 20th, 2024, about 1 million people are going to be receiving these stimulus checks that should have got them but did not. They are on the way. So if you see that in the mail or it hits your bank account direct deposit, do not disregard it. It is real. Congratulations. A late stimulus check that you should have gotten about 2 years ago. Now you're finally getting it. So keep an eye out for that, and about 1 million people are going to be receiving that. Now, in addition to that, there's also going to be a lot of changes coming to Social Security. As I mentioned, take a look. Senate has approved a bill to expand Social Security to millions of Americans. I covered this for you. This was the Social Security Fairness Act, and we are now hearing that there could be some other bills like the You Earned It, You Keep It Act that could be getting brought up in Congress to eliminate double taxation. We're also hearing that across-the-board increases are still wanted. We had heard that promise by the Biden administration, never fulfilled. And we have a solvency issue. There are a lot of things that need to be addressed with Social Security. So we're going to be seeing what happens with that. But to get the latest on what has been approved and what is to come, check out this video right here next as I cover it in detail for you. And like I said, if you haven't done so yet, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll keep you up to speed on everything. But that is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.